Welcome to another deep dive. You know how this works. We take a piece of source material and we extract all the really good stuff from it. And today we're going to be going into the origins and the structure of something called universe reality.
Sounds intense.
It is, yeah. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to be taking a look at a transcript of a YouTube video.
Okay.
And this video is called The Origin, History, and Destiny of Universe Reality, Part 1, 7/11/2024, from a channel called Dr. Roger Paul.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this video is it's all centered around this book called the Urantia Book.
Oh, the Urantia Book. Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so this video is actually only the first part. And it looks like Dr. Roger Paul is going to be doing a lot of these videos to cover this topic, so we'll see how far we get.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so Dr. Roger Paul in this video, he's trying to set up some really important basic concepts that maybe we wouldn't think about every day, you know, kind of lay the groundwork to really understand what the Urantia Book is all about.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Setting the scene.
Yeah. It's like, imagine trying to read a really complicated novel without knowing anything about the language. Yeah. It's written in, you know.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So he's going to be going into that. Now, if you are watching the video, Dr. Roger Paul mentions that there are some slides that you can follow along with.
Okay.
And those are available on two websites. The first one is fifthepicalrevelationfellowship.com. That's a mouthful. And the other one is atlanturantiastudygroup.org.
Oh, wow.
And on those websites, you just got to look for UB Study Slides. That stands for Urantia Book Study Slides. Or there's also 2024 Universe Study and Deity Chart Slides.
Okay. So those will be helpful to follow along, I bet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he also notes that those links are in the description of the video. So if you're interested, go check those out. Now, it's really important to keep in mind that everything we're going to be talking about today comes directly from the Urantia Book.
Okay.
Dr. Roger Paul is just kind of guiding us through it.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. So why is he doing this whole series? What's the point? Yeah. What's the point of this Pre-Urantia book study? What's the problem he's trying to solve for people?
Well, he's addressing this kind of difficulty that a lot of new readers of the Urantia Book have.
Okay.
You know, they come to it, and there's all these terms and ideas that they've never heard of before.
Right.
Huge. It's incredibly complex.
Right.
And so he's trying to create this kind of slow pathway.
Oh.
You know, so that people can understand it incrementally. You know, like building blocks.
Okay.
So, you know, he talks about, he's going to cover the nature of deity, the concept of God, the role of the creator son, and this structure of the universe that the Urantia Book describes.
Okay. So he's not kidding around.
No, he's not.
He's like really trying to give people a foundation to get this whole huge topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Urantia Book it's a big undertaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, he mentions that when he did a previous version of this course, it took 11 weeks.
Oh, wow.
With 2-hour sessions each.
Yeah. That's a commitment.
It is. And he thinks this one might even take longer.
Oh, God.
Because he wants to explain everything so thoroughly. Wow.
So we're getting the Spark Notes version of this 11-week course?
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, the pregame show.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So he mentions that he uses a lot of slides. Where does he get all the information for those slides?
It's interesting. He's very open about this. He's made a lot of the slides himself. But he said at least half of them come from this chart made by Don Estes.
Okay.
It's called The Origin, History, and Destiny of Universe Reality.
Oh,
and
that sounds very comprehensive.
It does. It does. What's cool is that back in 2011, Dr. Paul actually contacted Don Estes to ask permission to use his slides. And he got permission.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like a real collaboration in this community.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. And he even mentions that working with Don Estes, they actually found a couple of little things that needed to be corrected in the chart.
Oh.
So it's like they're both learning from each other.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So he's drawing on a lot of different sources for this.
Right. And he also mentions that he used some slides from the Encyclopedia Urantia.
Oh, cool.
But sadly, those are not online anymore. But he managed to download them before they disappeared.
Oh, nice.
Which is good for him.
Yeah. That's lucky. Yeah. So it sounds like there's a lot of sharing of resources and stuff in this community, which is...
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very collaborative group.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. And so he mentions, too, that, you know, the way they study in their group is they'll read an excerpt from the Urantia Book.
Right.
And then they'll discuss it.
Okay.
And it sounds like that's kind of how this pre-study series is going to work, too.
Okay. So it's very interactive.
Yeah. It is not just him lecturing.
Right.
It's about engaging with the text and figuring things out together.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Me too.
So He talks a lot about these acknowledgments
Right.
in the Urantia book. Why does he think those are so important?
Well, he thinks they're really important because they answer a big question
Yeah.
that anyone who picks up the Urantia book is going to ask, which is
Where did all this come from?
exactly, yeah, where did this information come from?
Right.
And the Urantia book itself says that the information came from celestial beings.
Okay.
And it was approved by these beings called the Ancients of Days.
Oh, wow. The Ancients of Days. That sounds pretty official.
It does. It does.
Oh.
Yeah, and Dr. Paul describes them as the judicial center of each of the 7 super universes.
Oh, wow. So they're like the big guys.
They are the big guys.
Yeah.
And he even mentions that they're involved in decisions about whether mortals survive after death.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's, they're pretty high up there.
Wow. So he's saying that these really, really important beings
Yeah.
are the ones who have given this book, like the...
Right, exactly, yeah. It's like their stamp of approval.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's go into these acknowledgments then. He talks about the first one. He calls it the foreword. What's in that one?
Well, this one talks about the process of how the book was put together.
Okay.
And the rules that were followed. And basically it says that when they were trying to explain these truths, present this information,
Okay.
they were supposed to use the highest human concepts that already existed
Oh.
that were related to that topic.
Mm-hmm.
And they were only supposed to use pure revelation, like direct information from above.
Right.
When there was just no human concept that could do the job.
So it was like build upon what people already have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Meet people where they are.
Right.
And then the book goes on to say that over 1,000 human concepts were actually used in this process.
Oh, wow. So it's not just like completely alien.
No. It's building on what we know.
Yeah.
It's like imagine you're trying to translate a message from one language to another.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that the people receiving the message can actually understand it.
Right.
So you use the words and ideas that are closest to the original meaning, but that makes sense in the new language.
I like that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay. So then he talks about the second acknowledgement.
Right.
And that one is at the end of Part I, People 31. What's in that one?
Well, this one gets really specific.
Okay.
About where the first 31 papers came from.
Okay.
And those papers are all about like the nature of God and the central universe and the super universes.
Okay, so it's like the really big picture stuff?
It is, yeah. The big picture stuff, yeah. And the acknowledgement says that these papers were put together by this commission of 24 administrators from Orvonton.
Okay, Orvonton. What is Orvonton?
So Orvonton is the name of the super universe that our local universe is in.
Okay.
It's like a really, really big place.
So it's even bigger than a universe.
It is, yeah. Yeah, we're in a local universe.
Oh, wow.
And then that's part of this super universe called Orvonton.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were acting under the authority of the Ancient of Days of Uversa.
Okay.
And Uversa is the headquarters planet of Orvonton.
So we're going way up the chain of command here.
Way up there.
Yeah.
And the acknowledgement even tells us when and where this happened. It was in 1934 AD on Urantia, which is Earth's planet number 606 in the system of Satania.
Wow.
Which is part of the constellation Norladek.
Okay. That's a lot to take in.
It is, yeah. All in our local universe of Nebadon,
Okay.
which was created by Michael, whom we know as Jesus,
Okay.
and the creative Mother Spirit.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a whole family tree of our cosmic origins.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. It is. Okay, so we've got this really specific lineage for where this information comes from.
We do, yeah. The book's laying it all out there.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so then there's a third acknowledgement. He says, that's with paper 56. What's that about?
Okay, so this one tells us that the second part of the book, which is all about universal unity, was sponsored by a commission of 12 personalities from Nebadon.
Oh, so from our local universe.
Yeah, from our local universe. Yeah, under the direction of someone named Manuel Mazdre.
Okay.
And this happened in 1934 also.
Okay.
So what's interesting here is that different parts of the book involve different levels of celestial administration.
Okay.
So this part about universal unity, it's coming from our local universe.
Okay.
Not from the super universe level.
So it's like a little bit closer to home?
Yeah, closer to home.
Okay.
Like they got different experts for different topics.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. You wouldn't want to have like a heart surgeon doing brain surgery. You know what I mean?
Right. The right person for the right job.
Exactly. Okay. And then the last acknowledgement that he talks about is about paper 63.
Yeah.
and all the papers that come after that,
Right.
which focus on Jesus.
Right. Yeah. So this is a big one.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people are interested in this.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So this acknowledgement says that a bunch of personalities were commissioned to tell the story of Urantia, our planet,
Okay.
leading up to the time when Michael or Jesus came here.
Okay.
And they specifically mention a commission of 12 from Nebadon,
Okay.
led by Manusa Melchizedek.
Okay.
And this was in 1935 AD. But then there's another acknowledgement within this one.
Oh, wow.
That's from a midwayer.
Okay, hold on. What's a midwayer?
Good question. So a midwayer is a type of celestial being.
Okay.
And this midwayer explains that they use a lot of human sources to tell the story of Jesus,
Oh,
but they also use superhuman records
okay.
and something called planetary memory.
Planetary memory, what is that?
Yeah, so basically it's like the midwayers have access to the memories of the planet,
Oh, wow.
like a record of everything that's happened.
Wow. So they're drawing on a lot of different sources here.
They are,
Yeah.
to try and get the most accurate and complete picture.
Yeah. Can imagine that's a pretty amazing resource to have.
It is, yeah. And they say that they collected information from over 2,000 human beings
Wow.
throughout history who had insights into Jesus' life and teachings.
So,
So they're really trying to stay grounded in human understanding,
right.
even though they're also using these higher sources.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not just straight revelation.
No, it's a blend.
Yeah.
It's like a research project.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but with like the coolest sources ever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he also mentions that this midwayer worked with 11 other midwayers
Right.
to put this narrative together.
Right. So it's a team effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr. Roger Paul's point here is that this is why the story of Jesus in the Urantia book might be a little different from the Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's drawing on different sources.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a much wider range of sources. So
Right.
it's not just based on what people remembered later on.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like getting a firsthand account.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. He also shares this quote from Jesus.
Oh, yeah. From a later section of the book.
Yeah. What's that about?
Well, this quote talks about like the source of everything. The ultimate source,
Right.
which it says is the infinite.
Okay.
And it talks about paradise as being this perfect pattern,
Okay.
like the original blueprint,
Right.
and how that pattern has repercussions throughout all of creation, all the universes.
Wow.
Wow.
And it talks about the role of the universal mind of the eternal God
Okay.
in this whole process.
So it's like trying to understand the very foundation of reality.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. And then it goes on to talk about how we progress from physical causes,
Right.
in the material world
Okay.
to intellectual self-awareness, like being able to think and reason,
Right.
and then eventually to spiritual selfhood,
Okay.
which is, like the highest level of being.
Right. So like a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a journey. Yeah.
Wow. And the quote says that when all of these realities are experienced perfectly,
Yeah.
that's what makes up the reality of the Supreme Being.
Okay. The supreme being.
Yeah.
So like this ultimate unifying force.
Connecting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connecting the spiritual and the finite.
Wow.
And it says that even though the universe is always changing, the absolute nature of things like causation and intelligence and spirit,
Okay.
those stay the same.
So there's some constants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fundamental constants.
Mhm.
Okay. So he says that these concepts are not in the Bible.
Right. He says that's probably because they were just too advanced
Okay.
for people to understand back then.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like beyond what people were ready for.
Yeah.
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 Okay. He also talks about how our world is kind of like a rough copy
Right.
of paradise.
Yeah. Like a downgraded version.
Yeah, like a photocopy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting way to think about it. So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Can you just like summarize the really important points for us?
Sure. So the key takeaways here are, first, Dr. Paul's doing this pre-study series to help people understand the Urantia book.
Right.
Second, he's drawing on a lot of different sources for his information,
Right.
including his own work and the work of others.
Okay.
Third, the Urantia book uses a blend of human concepts and revelation
Okay.
to explain things.
Right.
And finally, we've gotten a glimpse into some of the really deep teachings of the book,
Right.
including where it came from and this amazing quote from Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. So this is really just the beginning though, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, he says there's much more to come.
Okay.
And he specifically mentions that next time he's going to be talking about the Trinities and the postulated I am.
So we're going to keep going deeper.
Deeper and deeper.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So listener, as you're thinking about all of this, I want you to consider this idea of a universe that might be divinely patterned.
Okay.
And what it means to try to understand where spiritual knowledge comes from.
Right.
Here's something to think about.
Right.
How does this concept of a universe, rooted in an infinite source, and modeled after this perfect paradise reality,
right,
how does that resonate with your own understanding of existence?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, so keep exploring these ideas.
Yeah.
And maybe even check out the Urantia book for yourself.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.